we're going to try to cover LD debate. Okay? Give us an overview.
About LD debate?
Right.
LD debate argues values, and okay, you first give your value, then the criterion, then the definition, and then your evidence.
All right. That in a short form is what it is, right?
Yes.
Okay, again, do you remember the time limit in the LD debate? You want to help us out?
Is there a total time limit?
June, what is the total time limit?
Well, okay. Well, first it's affirmative. And affirmative have 6 minutes to
Yeah,
speak.
that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Are you meaning by parts or
By
overall?
parts. But overall, there's going to be approximately 46 minutes if you maximize the preparation time. Because remember, just between 3 and 5 minutes that they can allow these guys to have preparation time. But once you begin your time in regards to the preparation, then what it is that it will count off against you. You know that, right? So let's say you spend 1 minute in preparation time, then how many minutes you have left of the total 5? 4. Right. Okay. So it's approximately 45 minutes. First affirmative is how long again, June?
6.
And then followed by
Cross-X.
cross-examination? Okay. I think we can understand you if you speak a little bit slower. Cross-examination, right?
Okay.
And who's cross-examining?
Negative is cross-examining the affirmative.
Okay. And then who speaks?
Negative.
The negative, the first negative. He's doing what?
He's,
His case.
yeah.
Okay, but what is that called? Negative constructive speech, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, when he gives the negative constructive speech there, Sophia, how long is that again?
6 minutes.
6 minutes? Okay, we'll buy that. And then following that negative constructive speech, what happens?
Cross-examination.
Again, by who?
Affirmative.
The affirmative side will now cross-examine.
The negative.
Okay. Then followed by who?
And then followed by rebuttal.
Rebuttal
the
speech.
affirmative.
The first affirmative rebuttal speech, how long would that be?
3 to 5?
It's 4.
4 minutes thereabouts, okay? And then, well, do we still have cross-examination, Sophia?
No.
Okay, so now what is next after the affirmative rebuttal?
Another rebuttal.
By,
Negative.
okay, and then followed by,
Affirmative rebuttal.
which is how long again?
Same amount of time, 4 minutes.
Actually,
Is it?
It should be a
no,
little
no,
bit shorter.
actually it's affirmative. The first rebuttal
Right,
is 3 minutes.
all right,
And then negative is,
6 minutes.
6 minutes. And then the last one is 4 minutes.
Right.
Oh, so
Well, you can,
affirmatives is cut. And
it's
negatives
split in
is
half, right,
it's
and the
split
negative
into
will
parts.
interject himself. But it could be 3 minutes, or it could be 4 minutes. It really, I don't think it matters, because
One's
let's say
three,
he
one's
spoke,
4.
yeah, if he spoke
The first
4
one,
minutes,
The first one's 3.
then the second affirmative would be 3 minutes. You understand? If
Yeah.
he spoke 4, then it'll be 3. If he spoke 3, it'll be 4. Okay?
Interchangeable.
All right. So that is the time and also the constructive. Okay. Now let's talk about the constructive speech. Okay. Again, mention what is the structure that the affirmative is going to go through.
The value that they're
He's going to
arguing.
state the what? He's going to give an introduction.
Introduce.
Okay. Introduce, because he has 6 minutes to work with. Keep that in mind. 6 minutes to work with. Now, in the 6 minutes that he has to work with, what is he going to do? He's going to give a
Value.
no. He's going to give his introduction.
Oh, give his introduction.
How long will that be?
Fairly short.
Okay. Pick a
30
number.
seconds.
30 seconds. Let's say he does it in 30 seconds. Then in the introduction, he's going to go ahead and do what? Introduce the
Resolution.
resolution. Okay. He's going to introduce the resolution, then followed by what?
Value.
Then he's going to state the value. What value?
His value.
His value. Okay. He's going to state his value. And then what else following that?
The criterion.
What is criterion?
The backup. What backs up the value.
Yeah. Why? What supports his? What are the matrix he's going to use to support the
Value.
value? Okay. Following that, then what will he do?
Define it.
He's going to give some definitions of words he thinks will be important. Okay. He's going to give some definitions. Okay. Now, when he gives the definitions, then what happens? Followed by
The evidence, the arguments.
No. Don't lump them. Don't lump them. Just one thing at a time. He's going to then give what? State his. He can state his argument. Argument 1, 2, 3. Right? He can state it, but then after he states his argument, he's going to go into his first one, and then he's going to give what?
Confused.
Huh?
What?
After he states.
Contentions.
Well, that's his contention. Remember, contention,
Evidence.
arguments, assertions are all the
Same.
same. So he's going to present his argument, right?
Okay.
All right, we need to put that away. Okay, then he's going to give support for his what?
For his argument.
Right, give support for his argument. All three of them, and finally he's going to do what? Now we're talking about who again?
This affirm.
Affirmative, correct. Then he's going to do what?
Same.
1, 2, 3. Then he's going to draw a.
Conclusion.
All right, then he's over. Now, once he's over, then what happens?
Then he sings. Then he sings? Sorry, go on.
I told you, don't confuse her. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
I know you didn't, but you're going to say something.
I was.
Yes. What? You got the affirmative, you got him completed. What is next?
The cross-examination by
What
negative.
is cross-examination, Sophia?
The
hardest
question.
thing ever.
The question.
And he has basically how long to do this? About
3.
3 minutes, okay? And then in the process of cross-examining him, what is the negative looking for?
An answer. You're down
To,
here.
no, an answer to what?
His questions.
Right, but he's going to throw a question at the affirmative, right?
Yeah.
And then the affirmative is going to try to do what?
Dodge
Avoid it.
Avoid the question, right?
Oh,
By how? Expanding it,
Miss Garfield will be good at that.
right? And
What?
who?
I don't get
She
it.
just
Oh, okay. Hey.
topic, though.
Heads up, heads up. Okay, she does. The affirmative will try to bring the negative off topic and expand it. Because how long does the negative have to cross-examine him?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. He's going to try to use up all of his 3 minutes. But the negative in the same time, the affirmative at the same time is going to try to do what?
Get the question out of him.
Yeah. In other
the
words,
answer out of him. Sorry.
get the answer. The negative is going to try to get the answer out of him to keep the affirmative from using up all his time. It's a strategy. Do you see what's happening? Okay. So then,
What do you mean by do you see what's happening?
I'm asking her if she sees what we're doing. And she says, yes, she does, by the nod of her head.
So what exactly are we doing? Can you read it?
All right. Now we're going to go into, he's finished now. The negative is finished cross-examining. All right. Then who's up now? Eleanor. Who's up?
The negative constructive.
Negative constructive. Okay. So in the negative constructive, what is the negative going to try to do?
The negative is trying to introduce his argument and impose his ideas onto the audience and judges.
Okay, he's going to try to do what again? He is going to try to,
Push his arguments onto the...
okay, June, you're the negative. What are you going to try to do? Besides yawn.
Try to build my own case.
And in
And
building,
contradict the affirmative.
contradict the affirmative. Yes, but you're going to be beating on it all the time, right? But what is your case? You already heard what the affirmative's case build-up was. What is your case?
I present a different value than the affirmative's case.
Right. She's going to accept the resolution, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to change the resolution. Then what about the value?
Then I bring on my own.
And followed by
Followed by the value criterion.
that supports your,
Argument.
okay. And then, are you going to agree with the definitions?
It depends.
Okay, you want to be clashing. Now, what happens is, and she's going to tell you in her statement here, that which team did the best in clashing. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Which team argued?
Which guy argued the best in presenting the clashes? Here's the points. Do you see them? Okay, here's our position. If the other guys don't do that, what will happen?
No
They'll
points.
get points dropped.
They'll drop points. They'll drop the points. They say, hey, you didn't clash with me. And then who's going to say that all the time?
Judge,
No.
you're not clashing with me?
Right, you're not clashing with me. You didn't bring up the points. You didn't argue these points.
I get it.
opponents.
Yeah, the opponents. You understand? The opponents are going to say, oh, he's not clashing with me. He's not saying anything, so therefore we're not going to accept what he says, right? Okay. So now the negative has done his job. Who's next?
Affirmative cross-ex.
Cross-examine him. There again, they're going to, now, wait a minute. We have one more point here. The affirmative, the negative, when he's presenting his case, what is he going to do in regards to the cross-examination?
He's going to try and put the answers that he got from the affirmative
Into the case and show how,
it pushes the affirmative's value down.
or whatever his value, his case, he's trying to destroy his case by showing all these arguments. The members of the opposition like to say, Sophia wasn't listening to me, so therefore he doesn't understand what I am trying to say. You can see her eyes are not focused on the discussion, right?
Discussion.
You understand what
I
I'm
have a
saying?
question.
Okay,
But it's
question.
about the rebuttal.
Okay, go ahead. Now,
Okay. So you said that they could either do the first one is 3, and the second one is 4, or the first one is 4 and the second one is 3.
that's the affirmative.
Okay, so they have a total of 7 minutes.
Correct.
So can they do it where they just split it up into 7 minutes? Like the first one has, say, 2, and the last one has 5, or whatever.
Yeah, but I think it's norm that you really should stick to the 3 and 4.
And why is that?
That's the normal procedure. Yes.
Could you do 3.5 and 3.5?
Technically, you could. But if you mess up stuff, what is they going to say? Okay,
What is they going to say?
yeah, when I say they, who has the last speech?
Affirmative.
Okay, so you're the negative, and she's the affirmative. She has the last speech, and she says something that's out of order. What are you going to do?
Get freaky.
You understand what,
Nothing.
Eleanor?
Point it out.
Point it out.
But
go
I
on
thought you
their
can't say
weaknesses.
anything.
That's right. The debate is over. The debate is over, but the affirmative brought up some new things that were not discussed in the debate.
Okay.
So then what happened?
Then they cheated.
No, well, you're not going to say that. But you're going to say, hey, Judge, I want to rise to a point of order here. The members of the opposition brought up a new issue in the debate that we don't have a chance to argue against. All right? You understand what I'm saying?
So you can call for another rebuttal.
No, you can't call for a rebuttal. You
You
just
just
point it out as a point of order.
Okay.
As a point of order. And then let the judge make up his mind. Judge, this is not our job to tell you what to do, but we do want to point out that the members of the opposition did bring up this. And you need to phrase it in such a way it's tactful. Can you do it?
I'm sorry, Judge, but I believe they did something such as bringing up a new argument that we did not have the chance to contradict them on.
Good. Your turn.
Wait, do a good one or a bad one?
The judge, please.
The affirmative has brought up a point that is not relevant or is a new point to our case. And we as a negative don't have a chance to dispute that case, to dispute that point because we don't have another go. So if we could just look at that right there.
Okay, you did it right, but the way you did it is wrong. The difference between the two is that you're coming in too soft. You say, I believe, I think. Okay, you need to be more definitive in regards to your position. Okay, okay. That is in essence, the whole a debate. So then next time that we meet, we need to have a case. We need to be able to debate. Do you understand?
Next time?
Do you want to do it this time?
No.
Okay, just check. All right. Any other questions? Questions?
What debate are we going to do?
You mean what topic?
Yeah.
They'll say, yeah. You guys, oh, okay. Am I supposed to be here to debate?
But remember, I couldn't talk on Skype, so
You didn't get the topic?
I typed it in.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think I-
June's going to give it to you. We're going to shut this off.